Zings it complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Vols trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Next going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteer!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Arkansas's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical things. More games are lost than won, and last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. But when you're going backwards and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on 1st down. Finds the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of this big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
And the Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They go right back to him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of bounce, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it.
Unleashes one deep. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there. They used him 3 times in that loss last week. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. He turns that loose down the right side. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Now, you get in the realm, you're good.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown ball!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Grabbed over the middle. It's Clinton. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. On third down, he drops to throw. Got the tight end outside. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Razorbacks have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on first down. The short hands, it's Johnson. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Razorbacks can really attack on this second and short. Lost to throw it. Quickly to the tight end. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Leaves it with the running back. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Young. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. Their last game he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He'll throw it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they turn it into a defensive score.
How about the play by the big defensive lineman? Not known for interceptions, usually getting after the quarterback, stopping the run. Had a chance to make an interception and then do something with it. Take it all the way back to the house. No, ladies and gentlemen, that was not in slow motion, but he got in the end zone, and that's all that matters.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Johnson wants to throw it. Got his man on the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Volunteers in a good spot here with second and short. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Steps away. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Volunteers decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Looking to throw on first down. They'll run the screen. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and he can pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out of it.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Stands in and takes the hit. And it's hauled in at the 10. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll move the tight end. Trying to barge in. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Rushes on him. Found the spot in the defense. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. To the air on first down. Finds his man. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The Vols come to the line with a new set of downs. Here's a heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. The throw. It's complete to the right. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Touchdown, Tennessee! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Running back searching for a hole. Fights off the defender. Recovers the fumble, and he's on the move. He'll be knocked out of bounds after picking up a few. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The give to the back. And some room to work. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Just about set to get this second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got it behind the line. It's Young. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Razorbacks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Hauls it in, looking for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. From the gun, the running back has it. Got enough for the first down. Down enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Might as well give it to him again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Johnson wants to throw it. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He rifles one deep to the left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Volunteers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around.
job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
He'll keep it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options, making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. From the gun, Give on the inside. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Quarterback now breaking the field. He's got his man, makes the grab. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on 1st down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on 1st down?
He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Volunteers send out the punt unit. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they? And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down. He's going to be a little bit short of that 1st down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. Hunt is on its way. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. So here is the Tennessee offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that.
On the double. Terrier. 29 Philly.
Johnson wants to throw it. He fires one deep down the right side. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up a safety.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Working that left side now. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. The Vols will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. A little screen to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game?
Hits the afterburner! Big play for this offense if they get it to the 32.
And this defense is going to have... because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
It's complete on the right side. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead on 1st and goal, but they can also drain the clock. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Volunteer! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Clinton. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Fires left. He's got it. Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Second down, they'll go to the air. Into the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking for the score. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
There was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Johnson looking to throw. Right on the money. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
And the balls are flying down the field.
3:25.
Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Fareed.
Now, we haven't called his name a lot, and I think this offense, they need to find a way to continue to manufacture touches for the big tight end. And I don't care how you do it. I don't care where you line him up. He's that good, and if I'm this offense, I'm going to find him more often.
Makes the grab. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. The Volunteers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown ball. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you've got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Looking to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put defense together, run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready, they were fast, they were physical. They dominated this football game today.
Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
He's got an open man. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Razorbacks! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
And this offense has done a really good job late in this football game. Man, you put a premium on the fourth quarter and maximizing possessions, and they've put touchdowns on the board. They've done a great job. Nice last play, too. Keep that momentum going and get out of here with the win.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
You got to be impressed by how you've seen this offense finish in this football game. They've been scoring points in the fourth quarter, just got a touchdown on their last drive, and there they rip off a big run. They are not letting off the gas pedal right now, and as a coach, you love to see that.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there.
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tennessee! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. That score looks as if this one might have put it a little too far out of reach.
Yeah, this game is pretty much over. That was just the icing on the cake. But, you know, speaking of cake, I'm kind of hungry. Can we get out of here? Can we finish this game so I can go get something to eat?
Wants to throw on first down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an idea.
Going for it all. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like
breaks into the open.